90-day fiancé couples who filed for a divorce. Viewers go wild for 90-Day Fiancé, the show that follows couples as they spend time together before tying the knot in haste. If they don't, then the foreign partner has no choice but to head back to their home country visa-less. Some couples work out despite the odds, going on to have a happy relationship and even some kids. Others end up bitterly separating after realizing they don't know their significant other half as well as they thought they did. Let's take a look at 90-Day Fiancé couples that filed for a divorce. Before we begin, make sure to subscribe to our channel for more amazing videos about your favorite movies and TV shows. Chelsea and Jameer.
You can save money.
Hey.
What do you think of the place?
Wow. Look at this. I love the kitchen.
I know, right? It's very,
Chelsea first met Jameer when she was working as a volunteer in Nicaragua, and the two hit it off. Chelsea, a caring and ambitious individual, thought she had met her match, but it wasn't to be. Jameer was part of a boy band, so was pretty much used to having no money at all. The couple headed back to the United States where they lived with Chelsea's parents in the family home. It was a rocky road from the off, as Jameer really didn't want to pull his weight by getting a job. Instead, he wanted to move to Chicago with his new wife so that he could try and forge a career in the music business. But Chelsea didn't want to take the risk of moving away from her family when there were no job prospects for them. In 2016, she eventually filed for divorce, citing irreconcilable differences. The marriage lasted for 2 years and the divorce was quite amicable, with neither one of the cast members asking for spousal support. Probably because neither one of them would have been able to pay for it. The two remained tight-lipped about the split and didn't make any comments on it to the media at large. Can't say we blame them. It is pretty embarrassing. Danielle and Mohamed.
No, it's not right. You can be upset and you don't do that. You can say...
There are people out there that are suspicious of anyone from a different country marrying someone from the States after just 90 days. After all, there are a lot of people who would take advantage of the situation just so they could get a green card. Unfortunately for Danielle, she didn't take heed from her family. This couple met in an online chat room, and Danielle thought that she had met the love of her life. Mohamed from Tunisia was eager to move to Ohio to marry his internet lover, but less eager to tell her about his prospects. He told the mom of four that he already had a job to go, which was an outright lie, but Danielle wasn't 100% honest with him about aspects of her life either. It was a recipe for disaster that was never going to end well. The union lasted a hot minute before they were in front of a judge asking for a legal separation. The magistrate encouraged them to file for divorce, which they did, and it was soon a done deal. Despite still using his last name, Danielle continues to bash her ex-hubby online, calling him every name under the sun. Molly and Lewis.
Actual wedding, like the marriage is different from the wedding.
I had no idea that.
When you meet your husband at a bar, it can go one of two ways. You hit it off together and live the rest of your life in wedded bliss, or you can end up on 90-Day Fiancé with a huge legal bill. Unfortunately for Molly and Lewis, it was the latter. Molly was instantly taken with Lewis when she met him at a bar in the Dominican Republic, falling for his charm. And the fact he was 15 years younger than her. It soon became clear that he didn't want to be a father to her 2 children. He couldn't even get along with them for 10 minutes, let alone treat them like a dad really should. Molly was totally okay with it though, weirdly, and it was Lewis who upped sticks and left midway through the season. He did return for the finale though, and while the two limped on for a little while longer, it soon became clear that they were kicking a dead horse. The pair split, divorced, and Lewis is still living in America, but in an entirely different state. Jesse and Darcy.
Really beautiful.
Wow. Jesse, I'm just so tired of your mind games.
These two appeared on the spin-off show Before the 90 Days, which focused on the very beginning of their relationship. Both Jesse and Darcy became notorious for being hard to manage, uptight, and prone to picking fights. It was clear to everyone but them that the relationship was never going to last, but they struggled on anyway. Darcy was prone to attacking fans online in forums, dragging them through the mud for their opinions. While it might be sort of understandable that you'd want to defend yourself against criticism, Darcy even attacked those that supported them as a couple and loved the show. This girl just liked to fight with everyone and anyone. The couple clearly didn't get on and went back and forth exchanging insults. Eventually, they split in March of 2018, thus ending one of the most toxic relationships the show and its spin-off have ever seen. Viewers loved the drama though, so it's a little sad that we won't be seeing any more of them in the future. There's plenty more nut jobs where they came from though. Narkia and Olowo.
Adventurous, outgoing, funny. He's just like a really fun person. Well, there were red flags.
36-year-old Narkia met her future husband, 28-year-old Ololowo, through an online dating service for overweight women. Nigerian Ololowo seemed so smitten with his new love that he couldn't wait to move to the United States. But Narkia's family tried to dissuade her, thinking it must be some sort of romance scam. Her fiancé proved his worth by not taking a dime off her, and eventually, they tied the knot. It wasn't all smooth sailing though, and the couple did split, albeit for a brief period. They reconciled and are now living together in America as man and wife. It can be tricky to repair broken relationships though, so could it all end in tears for the couple? Watch this space.
Always need it. I miss Mom and I just need you to listen.
I know, but...
Even if you know it.
Yeah, I understand. Just something, but sometimes she...
Nicole and Azan. For viewers sat at home, it can become pretty obvious if a couple has what it takes to go the long stretch. If only it was that easy for those inside the marriage to see what the rest of us can see. Nicole and Azan met while on an online dating service. Polar opposites, Nicole was from Florida and Azan was from Morocco. Nicole was a Christian, while Azan was a Muslim. Nicole was so eager to meet her exotic lover that she left her child with her sister while she took a 5-week vacation to meet him. While they hit it off, they soon realized there were fundamental issues. Religion was the couple's biggest barrier, with neither one agreeing to convert to the other's faith. The issues didn't stop there, with Nicole admitting to cheating on her hubby and Azan making frequent comments about her weight. This was all before they tied the knot, and the pair agreed to marry despite living in different countries. Luckily, despite arranging the ceremony, the two realized that it was never going to work and called it off before becoming man and wife. Jonathan and Fernanda. Jonathan Rivera and Fernanda Flores looked like an ideal couple physically. Fans were rooting for them to make it, but they also ended up on the scrap heap. The pair appeared on the latest season of the show, but speculation was rife that the couple had split before the season finished airing. Just after the finale, Rivera took to Instagram Live to confirm that he was separated from Flores, telling fans, "Every marriage has its problems. Every relationship has its issues. It's all about your attitude." He didn't outrightly explain why the two were splitting, but he did admit that it all happened really fast, and while he gave the marriage his all, it simply didn't work. It was soon revealed that the pair hadn't directly spoken since December 22nd, and Rivera had been quick to defend his former flame, telling fans that their feelings were real and Flores wasn't just after a green card. It might not be the best of divorces, but it certainly wasn't the messiest either. All's well that ends well, right? Melanie and Devar.
I think things will settle down once you're placed somewhere in a job.
Melanie was 33 when she met her boo, 28-year-old Jamaican Devar. The pair locked eyes when Melanie was on vacation at a resort close to Devar's Runaway Bay home, where he was working as a lifeguard. This holiday romance took a serious turn when the couple realized they wanted to keep the fun going. Devar proposed to his new girlfriend while she was still on vacation. Melanie had her reservations about entering into a marriage so quickly, as she was already divorced with one child, but they both realized it was something worth fighting for. Years of happily wedded bliss ensued, and the couple welcomes their first daughter, Ava, in 2017. Rumor has it, though, that their relationship could be on the rocks after Devar was spotted out and about with a mysterious woman. Is the father of one playing away from the marital home? They might not be divorced yet, but if the rumors are true, then it might not be too far in the distant future. George and Nfisa.
10,000 per month?
Don't make me laugh.
Then I guess we're not getting
Be reasonable.
George Neva thought he had struck gold when he found 20-year-old Nfisa on Facebook. He liked the look of her pictures, so he thought he'd drop her a message, and Nfisa was more than happy to return the Californian's affection. George took his new love on a lavish vacation around Europe, culminating in a massive fight when he wouldn't buy her an expensive handbag. The disagreement was so bad that the relationship almost ended right then and there, but the two figured that one out. George's family were concerned about his engagement to Nfisa, telling him that she was clearly only after him for his money. And as a result, the 27-year-old didn't buy her an engagement ring or a wedding dress. The brunette beauty didn't exactly say that she loved her boo either, instead stating that she did love his money and he only wanted her for her looks. So, what's the difference? Romance. The pair tied the knot in a simple, low-key ceremony, but it didn't last, and they separated soon after. Did Nfisa get a decent settlement? Who knows? Thank you very much for watching today's video. Make sure to subscribe to our channel for more amazing content, and don't forget to check out one of the other two videos on your screen.